Hi, my name is Phanindra Sama. I am the co-founder and CEO of Redbus.in, which is the country's largest bus ticketing company. We started Redbus about 5-6 years back, and it started because of a personal pain point. I couldn't get a bus ticket, and then being an engineer, I figured out that computerizing the whole industry will help people get bus tickets seamlessly, and then pulled up with a classmates of mine, and three of us ended up setting up Redbus, which is today country's largest bus ticketing company and has computerized hundreds and thousands of bus operators across the country. There are thousands of buses on the system and tens of thousands of travel agents who book their tickets from our system, and then millions of consumers who come onto the website to book tickets. One of the things that has been very handy is the access to knowledge. I mean, today with internet capabilities, any new development of technology anywhere across the world, we get access to it seamlessly within a few minutes, and that has been really powerful. Actually, if you look at the technology that we use, it's one of the most complex technologies, because hundreds of bus operators and the whole industry is dependent on this system, and we use state-of-the-art technologies like cloud computing, analytics, BigQuery, Hadoop, and etc. and all these we would not have been able to create without having seamless access to the internet and the knowledge of the world. The bus industry is immensely large in the country like India. Almost 1 billion population travel by buses. Right now we are probably less than 5% penetrated into the industry. We have 20 times more to grow, and the industry itself is growing about 20% per annum. I think by the time we reach 20 times our current size, the industry will be probably 5 times its current size. So we have a long way to go. So there are two types of buses in the country. There are luxury intercity coaches, and then there are the non-luxury coaches. If you just talk about the luxury coaches, which are probably 20% of the total industry, that itself is about $3 billion market, and that is growing at about 20% per annum, and we expect it to be about 8 billion by 2015. So that's a huge market. Actually, I don't know about a decade, but in the last 5 years it has changed drastically. I mean, my experience with the entrepreneurial world of the country is only the last 5 years. And last 5 years back, when we started, our parents used to hesitate us leaving our jobs and getting into entrepreneurship. Today, no parent of any child has any hesitation when the child gets into entrepreneurship, and that's a phenomenal change that we've seen in the last 5 years, and a lot of ecosystem has set around it. There are a lot more VCs, there are a lot more mentors, there are news channels which make heroes out of entrepreneurs. There are dedicated 3-4 magazines on entrepreneurship. India never had magazines on entrepreneurship. We had on sports and films and fashion and etc. and all, but we never had an entrepreneurship. Today we have 4-5 magazines on entrepreneurs. We have a couple of blogs on entrepreneurs. So I think the whole ecosystem has built really very well in the last 5 years. I think the per capita income, rise in the per capita income, and very well collectedness of the whole country, either infrastructurally or technologically, has enabled that. Today people in rural areas also have access to telephones. They can order on telephones. They have, in towns, people have access to internet, email. There are very good road network for us to build on logistics and etc. and all. I think these are some of the changes, and added to all these, the per capita income of individuals has gone up in the last since the 1990s, and I think all these are causing India to appear like a huge market by itself. And we ourselves, actually one thing that we realized after we started creating these technologies is across the world, none of the countries have ticketing technology for buses. And we get a lot of requests from many countries saying, why don't you set it up in Turkey, in Brazil, in so many other countries, Malaysia and etc. and all that. And the first amusement for us was, oh my god, this is not done anywhere in the world, right? I mean, this is the first time, I mean, for the first time in the world, it is done in India. So that was a moment of pride for us. And the second thing was, we said after a couple of years, we said, okay, fine, should we expand out? And we really studied those markets there. But to our realization, I mean, any market outside India is so small. If you take China out, right? I mean, for example, people are saying, okay, get into Malaysia. So I went and toured in Malaysia. Malaysia, the population of Malaysia is only 30 million, which is equivalent to probably Bombay and suburbs for us, right? Then we said we wanted to go and establish ourselves in a country which has large population, because otherwise it doesn't make any difference to our total revenue. If it's a small market, even winning there really is a small change in our total size. Then we said, okay, let's try out Brazil. The population of Brazil is equivalent to probably Maharashtra's population, right? And then we said Mexico. Mexico's population is equivalent to our UP's population. So I mean, I think India has that huge opportunity in itself. It has an opportunity of the world in itself. Yeah, and we've decided to stay back in India. I think one of the biggest thing that we have benefited is by having uncensored access to the knowledge of the world. Actually, I'd been to China and a few other countries where actually they don't have access to Google. There is so much censored. They don't have access to some of the best technological activities that are happening across the world. And I think I'm so thankful to being in India, because we have uncensored access to any knowledge, any iota of knowledge that's anywhere in the world. And that has really, really helped us to build one of the latest technologies, and today increasingly asked by other countries in the world. It is becoming increasingly relevant. Like the first one is Indian consumption is increasing, and the second thing is Indian entrepreneurship and innovation and products out of India are increasingly becoming a reality. That is, I think, a result of very well educated the talent pool in the country, with experiences with global companies and access to the knowledge pool outside. I think all these things coming together are making some of the best products come out of India, and I think that's a very bright future for all of us.